Tip 1. Get a first aid kit for your baby that's always on hand. Many helpful tips for moms include a list of things to have on hand at home at all times. This will make it easier to take care of your newborn. So, what should be in such a home first aid kit? Baby oil to treat folds on the skin of the baby. Zinc ointment for diaper rash. Baby powder. Wet wipes, wet discs, sterile absorbent cotton for possible hygiene procedures. Spare diapers. Spare diapers, if you use them. Tip 2. Have a first aid kit for yourself too. Many who give useful tips for moms of newborns rightly point out that moms should not forget about their own health and comfort. Therefore, a young mother needs to have on hand cream from cracked nipples. Pads for those after childbirth. You can take the usual ones, but with maximum absorbency. A postpartum bandage for fast recovery of abdominal muscles. Breast pump. Breast pads for nursing. In addition, in the nursery or next to the crib, changing table should always have spare clothes, in case the baby regurgitate, or there is any mishap while changing the baby into clean clothes. Tip 3. Learn how to help your baby with colic and defecation. When it comes to caring for a newborn, advice from moms who already have experience in this area often reflect those problems, in addition to nutrition, which the baby cannot yet solve himself, without the help of the mother. In particular, a newborn is not always able to empty his own bowels. This condition will cause him discomfort, and the baby will cry. And this is where mommy, or daddy, should come to his aid. Gentle massage, circular movements, of the tummy will help the baby cope with this problem. If the baby is suffering from colic, you should put him/her on your tummy and give a light massage from the side. Often a newborn suffers from colic immediately after a meal. To avoid this, it is recommended that after the meal for a while, 15 to 20 minutes, to carry the child column. If colic does not go away, you can put a warm heating pad on the tummy, combined with gentle massage. Tip 4. Proper sleeping arrangements for the newborn. Useful tips for new mothers usually include, among other things, recommendations on how to create an ideal sleeping environment for the newborn. So, the room, in which the baby will sleep, should be well ventilated. But in advance, always include not to leave the newborn in a draft, and this is absolutely true. The baby should be sufficiently insulated. Newborns sleep better if they have a chance to tuck their nose into something soft and warm, such as a pillow. If your baby falls asleep in your arms, do not put him in the crib immediately. The rapid on phase in babies comes only 20 to 30 minutes after falling asleep, which means that in this period of time they will easily wake up. Are you ready to be a supermom? Take the test. Tip 5. How to walk your newborn. When it comes to mom-toddler interactions, walking tips can vary widely on the internet. Let's focus on the key points. Walking with a newborn is interconnected primarily with the fact that the baby must adapt to the new space, the stroller. All advice to mothers of newborns says that it's best to accustom your baby to the stroller in advance. Let him sleep in it at home a few times to get used to it. The first walk should be very short, 15 to 20 minutes. If we are talking about cold winter time, then you can train the baby first on the balcony, so he gets used to the cold temperatures. On average, during the first 30 to 40 days of life, babies get used to walking and the new sensations they experience. Every day you can add 5 to 10 minutes to the walk, gradually increasing it to 2 to 2.5 hours. Remember that walking is good for you, too. Walking for 2 hours 2 times a day will contribute, in addition to benefits to the baby, and improve the figure of the mother after childbirth. Tip 6. What to do if you have diaper rash. Diaper rash, an unpleasantness that almost all young mothers face. When the baby's skin is in contact with moisture for a long time, for example, at night there is not always an opportunity to change the diaper frequently, it becomes irritated and red crusts. This skin, which is irritated, needs constant care and moisturizing. Therefore, you do not need to wash your baby with soap and water, which dries the skin. You need to wash your baby just water, and then treat diaper rash healing cream. As to which cream to choose, you need to consult with your supervising pediatrician. And be sure to give your baby an air bath, when he is without a diaper and/or diaper, so that the skin can breathe. Tip 7. How to cut a baby's nails. Here are some useful tips for moms about babies. The easiest way to cut your baby's nails while he sleeps. Buy special baby scissors. They have rounded ends, thus reducing the risk of hurting the baby during this procedure. Tip 8. Follow the regime. but don't go to extremes. Of course, a routine is useful for a small child. Not only does it ensure the normal functioning of the little body, but it also accustoms the baby to an internal routine, which makes his life calmer. Therefore, feeding, going to bed, bathing, see below, and other procedures are useful to carry out on a schedule so that your baby develops an internal clock. But if your baby suddenly wants to sleep early, or eat, you should not refuse him. Frustration will be harmful to the psyche, while deviation from the schedule for a little time will not affect the daily routine as a whole. Tip 9. How to bathe a newborn baby. On the 5th-10th day the crust on the umbilical wound falls off, and if before that time it is only recommended to wipe it with a wet sponge. After that you can slowly start full-fledged water procedures. Tips for moms. The first months of life is better to use a special tub, so it will be easier to manage with a baby. Stable plastic tub with a wide base and removable or inflatable hammock provides comfort to your baby and mom when he bathes. The bathtub's small size will prevent your child from slipping into the water. The water temperature in the tub should not be too high. It is better to start at human body temperature, from 36 to 37 degrees, gradually increasing it. But you can train your baby to take a bath and in cool, body temperature, water. It will further harden the young body. You can use only baby shower gel. Tip 10. How to organize your life as a young mother. Of course, the birth of a child, it's a joyful and happy moment for the family. But at the same time, it is also a great stress, especially for the young mother. After all, in addition to caring for the baby, she often has to have time to look after the rest of the house. The most important advice you can give here is not to try to do everything at once. This is impossible. It is better to divide the task of, for example, cleaning even one room, in several stages of the day. This will save strength and have time to rest, too, while the baby sleeps. After all, there is no guarantee that the newborn will let you sleep at night. Do not hesitate to ask your spouse for help. He should help you as much as possible, for example, to get up at night to feed from a bottle. If first make a decant. Trips to the store for diapers, etc. can also be entrusted to a spouse who is now the happy father. Proper and reasonable distribution of the schedule of life with a newborn will allow the young mother to be satisfied and happy, and because it is so important to maintain family harmony. We hope that our article with useful tips for young mothers will help you and the newborn to feel the most comfortable and convenient, and to solve all the issues to your mutual satisfaction.